Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 6 of season 3 of Battlestar Galactica. We are back in space, but we are not doing space shit, but there is shit happening in space. A lot of there's still a lot of pain and trauma, and we've got to work through this. And I don't know, I don't know how to work through a lot of it. I don't have the answers for that. I know Starbuck kind of letting Anders free because, quite frankly, she can't be what he needs, and he's such a caring person and loves her and wants to be there for her, but I don't even think he knows the correct thing to do. And her being forced to be in a relationship with Leoben for 4 months and having to play pretend, even though I would probably say Starbuck's not that great at playing pretend, it's very obvious, what's on her face is telling the whole story. She didn't want to be there. She didn't care about Leoben. She was just trying to appease him, and they don't really ever explain why, but I'm assuming it's because they helped save Anders' life. And I wonder if we do hear that or not. I'm pretty sure that that's why Starbuck would have made that trade and gone willingly with Leoben. But yeah, most hated person on Battlestar Galactica, Leoben. I hate that guy. She's still very much suffering, and her just being like honest with him and saying like, I just want to scratch your eyes out for even looking at me. I think that she's just hurting like so much, and she just wanted to inflict pain to have some sort of satisfaction, and really wanted to like take it out on Gaeta. And I'm so happy that like Gaeta didn't get spaced, and that they realized that yes, while he was working with Gaius, he was very much helping them, and a lot of the stuff that has happened and the lives that have been saved, and them being back with the fleet, if it wasn't for Gaeta, they wouldn't be there. They do owe him quite a bit. Now, and Rosalind doing her, just her just blanket immunity. I think that was smart because, one, I don't know how you punish people for, surviving and being afraid and making choices, and I know that like a lot of people want justice, and under Zarek they were creating their own justice, but there was no representation. So it's just this really complicated scenario. And I get collaborators are traitors, and I get that it's seen as treason. I also think that there is a little bit of room for grace in this situation, because I do think that Jammer was trying to do his best and doing what he thought was right, even though it's not a choice that I would make. I'm kind of that, I don't even want to say rebellious spirit, but I'm definitely the stubborn person who would just be like, never, not once will I ever help a Cylon do anything. And I do think he thought he was doing the right thing. And in their eyes, they saw him being treasonous. But my whole thing is like, if you're so worried about women having babies and you're forcing them to give birth, but then you're killing people, like blanket immunity. like you can't start killing people in the fleet just because of what they did on New Caprica if you're really worried about repopulating. Just saying. Jammer, he had, great facial features. I mean, he seemed like a really good person in the grand scheme of things. He probably would have made a great dad. He probably could have fathered a couple children for you guys. I'm just saying that like now is not the time to like dole out justice in the form of death sentence, right? It's mostly like, well, now you're going to go to the prison ship and enjoy yourself living with all those other men. No, thank you. So there wasn't really anything clear about what they were going to do with Zarek. He said that he wanted to be involved. He didn't want to be on the sidelines anymore. I don't know if he's still going to be Vice President Zarek or not. I think he might have shot himself in the foot by giving them permission to be judge, jury, and executioner for that short period of time. I think there was 13 people that they killed. Still 13 too many. But I understand where they're coming from. Those people are hurting and they want justice for the people that they lost. The only person that I'm like really disappointed in is Chief because, he gained a wife and a child. And, he was in the front lines, man. He was working. He was trying to get everybody off of New Caprica. He was doing whatever he could. And then for him to just be like, yeah, guilty. I was like, are you serious? Really, Chief? That was really disappointing. But then you have, Colonel Ty, who he sacrificed, like, just the most hardest sacrifice you could possibly do is to take the life of somebody you love dearly for what he's killing these other people for. And like in his mind, he's just like, you know what I gave up? Like what I had to do? So no, space him. And I understand that. And he's still hurting. And to see him, speak disrespectfully to Adama in front of everybody in CIC, I don't know how we help him. And I don't know how we get him through this. And I don't know if Adama can talk to him and be there for him in that way. I don't know how, I don't know how Saul finds his way into any semblance of okay. He wasn't okay in the beginning. He was almost there. And then Ellen was reintroduced. And then it was just downhill from there. It looked like on New Caprica, like they were at least, gonna start a new life together. He was hugging Starbuck. Like it seemed like he had really turned a page and now we're back at square fucking one. But not only that, but like we're down an eye, we're down a wife, we're down our heart and our soul and our respect and just everything. Like he's just a mess. Who knew the one character that just really grinded in my gears and I really just, it's not even that I hated him. I didn't like him. He's now the one that I'm worrying about so much. Him and Starbuck are like the two people that I'm like, hugs don't solve problems, but damn, it made me feel better if I could just give him one. Just like, bring it in. Like, let's just get in here. Like, let's have a hug fest. It won't solve any problems, but maybe. It's the least I can do. It's the only thing I can do. Really, I can't figure out anything else. And then, we have Gaius who's on a base star. They're deciding whether or not to like let him live or let him go. Six is kind of like giving up on him and, he's kind of yelling after her like, you need me. And he's like, wait, I need you. Good job, Gaius. Good job. Him being vulnerable and open with that Six in particular is really what he needs to do. She loves him. She cares about him. She like would probably love to be with Gaius and have the Gaius that she fell in love with, that very confident, smarmy Gaius, which is kind of interesting that that's the guy that she was like digging, even though that's not the Gaius she sees in her head. But, and she's very raw and vulnerable, even with her facial expressions. Again, I always rave about Trisha, but she's so good at playing different Sixes. And the one that like clearly loves him and clearly is feeling pain about that decision is the one that's like walking away from him in that moment. And I don't think that they're going to like all of a sudden get rid of Gaius by any means, but I also don't know what the pills are that he's taking. It seems like it's prominent when they put it in there, even though it might not be anything. And two, like, I do think that they still need Gaius, and obviously Gaius needs them in order to survive because there's no human that's in the fleet that would be like, yes, Gaius Baltar, please. Come back. We miss you. So he's really got nothing and no one. So he's got to play nice with the Cylons the best that he can, get along with them or end it, which I don't think is going to happen. Maybe not now. It might happen at the end of the series, but I hope not because I like Gaius in the sense that he's not always bad and he tries to do good. And that scene that he had with Gaeta where Gaeta was like ready to just kill him. And Gaius saying, please do it. And I have a soft spot for Gaius. Why? I have no idea. I mean, we know why is because sometimes he is a victim of circumstance, like signing the order. It was either that or they're going to put a bullet in his head. And, like, can you just be like, fine, kill me? Like, it would, yeah, you could give up your own life in that whole scenario, but then he has Head Six helping him, you know? So there's times where he is definitely a victim of circumstance, and then there's other times where he is just not getting out of his own damn way. And then I'm like, guys, I could just shake your brains right out of your head. So got to catch up with him. Yeah. Oh yeah. And a little bit of housekeeping is that I was like 3 weeks ago is when I watched some of those episodes, and I was like, Hilo and Dee had a baby together. I was done dirty by the captions. I was done so dirty by the captions. And I didn't have anybody telling me like, no, that's not what happened, because it was so far in advance that I watched it because I had so many other things going on. I had to like watch a lot of episodes in a row. My bad. And also, I guess Admiral Dama has been wearing a wedding ring the whole time, and I never noticed until like it seemed like they focused on his hand, and then everybody was getting married. So I was just like, oh, who'd he marry? He still apparently loves his wife, who moved on and is probably, dead on Caprica. I don't know why I laughed at that. Okay, guys, that's a sign that I need to start the show. So let's get into it. Woo!
Previously on Battlestar Galactica.
Not Rosalind.
I, Sharon Agathon, will carry out the lawful orders of my superiors.
Oh, and sorry guys, it's Agathon, not Agathorn. I know that I've said that a few times. Oh, why not? Let's start the episode like this. Trisha, you make me sick. So stunning.
And take this period as a time to learn all you can about the Cylons. You'll need it in the days ahead.
Something special on the horizon.
Is that a voice work happening over top of this scene?
What are you? Really?
Yes, what are you really?
You're either connected to the woman I knew on Caprica, or you're a damaged part of my subconscious struggling for self-expression. So which one is it?
Maybe both.
I'm an angel of God sent here to help you.
Annoying. I would go insane living in a place like that. Those lights would drive me crazy. I think they are driving him crazy. Oh, guys. Wow. We never just get to sit here and appreciate a base star. That was amazing.
So, what'd he say?
Haven't asked him yet.
Ask me about what?
Yeah, what?
Earth.
Pardon?
What do you care about finding Earth?
Because we're looking for it.
Why? Leave everyone alone.
Yes, we've decided that Earth's going to be our new home.
Son of a bitch. Guys, you gotta stop him. Really thought we were gonna get an answer as to what she is instead of the whole angel thing. Maybe that's what she is, but 41,422 survivors.
Ship-to-ship training exercise is authorized. You may commence when ready.
Space stuff. It's only spaceship when they're engaged in a fight. Okay, training exercise. Cool. I see Lee fits into his uniform again, so that's good.
You're gonna have to do better than that, Apollo! Come on!
Oh, I don't miss Kat at all.
Inbound!
Whoa! Whoa! Oh.
If you want to die, I will open up an airlock for you.
I don't know what you're bitching about.
I don't give a crap what you do, Starbuck. You're done flying.
Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I mean, probably that's a good thing. She shouldn't be out there, but damn. You need to put that picture away.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, oh my God, is right.
Ellen?
Oh, honey.
Helen!
He can't be walking around screaming her name. He's gonna look crazy.
Helen! I'm right here!
What is this?
Poor guy.
Kayla!
Oh no!
Kayla!
I'm sorry, don't you remember me? I'm Julia Bryn. I'm Casey's mom.
Yeah, I remember.
Give me a hug.
We've been staying.
Give me a hug.
Casey's been asking to see you for days, and I sent messages, and I thought maybe, you'd come for a visit. The last thing I need is a 2-year-old friend. And Casey sure as hell does not need me in her life, so do us both a favor and do not bring her around here again, okay? Go to your mom, Case. Sure. Sorry, don't let us keep you up.
What are you mad about? Jeez. I can't believe that a storyline is Lee's weight.
That's it.
Good job, buddy.
Remind me never to let that happen again.
You got it, Slim.
It's not the end of the world if it does.
I've been trying to reassemble Dr. Baltar's work on piecing together the 13 tribes' path to Earth.
How do you know it's not another one of his lines?
If there was one thing I learned about Baltar, it was his extraordinary capacity for self-preservation.
He's not wrong.
And the caravan of the heavens was watched over by a great lion with a mighty blinking eye.
Red and blue.
What language is that written in?
Exactly what?
Initially, I thought the doctor might be off his meds as well, sir, but then I found this note where he had written blinking equals pulsar.
That means a star, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plural, actually. They emit a blast of radio waves. From a distance, they appear to...
Blink.
Right.
I love this so much.
A couple of eyeballs out there, they might look at the nebula and see...
Giant lion's head.
Well, it looks like this is the best thing we've got going, so unless you object, Admiral,
Gaius is gonna remember
I
this until the
suggest we go lion
Cylons.
hunting.
I don't want to go lion hunting.
We sent a base ship out to investigate the pulsars and look for this lion's head of yours.
Ah,
Funny how all that ambivalence and conflict seemed to vanish once you thought your life hung in the balance. You should know there's still a lot of skepticism about whether you're being
Jesus,
entirely
Sharon.
truthful. Come on, Gaius.
I don't blame him. I'd look too.
It'd be hard for any human to navigate around here, especially without projecting. We choose to see our environment in any form we wish, whenever we wish. For instance, right now you see us as standing in a hallway, but I see it as a forest.
This is fascinating.
Am I a Cylon?
It's a
was
very
that?
good question.
Oh, nothing. Just talking out loud.
I don't think so. She seemed to think that was a really stupid question, but I was wondering the same thing.
Anything to keep me flying at this point. You want me, I'm yours, Boomer.
Oh, I love that she's back with the crew.
She was someone else.
Listen up. We need a call sign for Lieutenant Agathon. Chrome Dome! Titania!
Chrome Dome.
Check!
How about Athena? What was that? You know, the goddess of wisdom and war. Usually accompanied by
dog.
the goddess of victory.
Athena it is.
So big. Okay, we all.
That makes me so happy. Oh, Ty.
At least what we had before, ship was like a tomb.
You want to know what alone feels like? Try spending a few weeks in a Cylon holding cell.
Here we go.
It was a bitch on both sides.
We all made sacrifices.
That's so?
Yep.
Yes, that's right.
They're not all even, Ty.
So forgive me if I don't get all misty over your sacrifices.
This is a weird relationship. I get shared pain, I get it.
There are only 12 Cylon models, but in the entire occupation on New Caprica, I only saw 7. Now here again, the same 7.
Mm-hmm.
Who are the final 5?
Yeah, who are they? I want to know
about that.
Come
Why not?
can't.
Why?
It's complicated, but we don't talk about them. Ever.
Why not?
We received a garbled distress call, then silence. Our hybrid is analyzing it.
What are these hybrids he's talking about?
Yeah, what is a hybrid? This is very fancy. I don't know what I was expecting on the inside of a Cylon ship, but stylish.
Missing base ship. It's been infected with some kind of disease.
Disease?
Yes, it's killing them.
If an infected Cylon dies and carries this disease with them into a resurrection ship, it could rapidly spread, potentially infecting our entire race.
Oh, let's do that.
We are all created from the same genetic pool.
Then no Cylon can board that ship without risking infection.
Send Gaius!
Are you mad?
You have to prove to them you can be counted on in an emergency.
I would love to see
Show
this,
them
though.
you're worth keeping alive.
What if I catch
Do
the disease?
it, do it.
And if you're really a Cylon, one of the final 5 you haven't seen yet, then wouldn't you just rather get it over with and die?
I like this. We can confirm.
I'll go.
What?
I'm excited.
Trust is an overrated commodity.
That one I'll drink to.
Oh, I'm so uncomfortable with them getting
Fuck you
along. I
guys.
don't like it.
All this us against them crap.
Front caps
Truth hurts,
sticking up
doesn't
for
it?
all of them.
You know what, Starbuck, whatever happened to you down there, why don't you take it out on the Cylons? Because we busted our ass to get you off that rock.
Well, do you think that means anything?
Yes! Jesus!
I'm also told that Colonel Tides is spending a lot of time down in the pilot's rec room.
They're destroying morale and unit cohesion.
They both know better.
They do.
I don't think they care, sir.
Yep. They do not. Because they're hurting. All they know right now is lashing out, being angry, and I get it.
We're here to experience, evolve the middle toe, atrophy. Don't ask me how. I'll be dead in 1,000 light years. Thank you. Thank you. Genesis turns to its source.
Is this one of the hybrids they were talking about?
Upper sensors repair order. Relay to 00.
Yup.
Jump.
I'm digging these close-ups of the Battlestar. Did it look like something was coming out of that Battlestar? This is wild. I would never have guessed this would happen in this episode. Not even a little bit. What are we gonna see? I just think about like Independence Day and how they went up to the mothership. Give it a virus. Just Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum just smoking a cigar inside of a Battlestar. Peace! This is fascinating. Oh god.
There are bodies everywhere.
Just show me a bunch of Leobins dying. That's what I need to see right now. Smile. I know it's not a funny minute. It's not funny. My way to cope with things make me uncomfortable sometimes is dark humor. What is
the
that?
hell is that?
Yeah, exactly. Brunette 6.
From Galactica.
No. I'm from a base ship. Do you know what this is?
Must have been left by the 13th tribe. Left by some humans like you to destroy us.
Defense.
Shut up!
Oh, you lie to them.
Shut up!
You bring them here. It's your fault. All of us.
Be quiet.
No,
Shut up! Shut up, please!
Gaius! How did she know he was from Galactica? Is that Shelley Godfrey?
What do you see?
What is that?
There's nothing. There's nothing left to do here.
Because now he found a way to kill Cylons. Or if he can extract any data from what he got.
Perhaps God would smile upon us for our mercy.
Listen to you. You can barely even speak his name. We have to agree. I'm not.
So interesting watching the Cylons argue. Chaos.
Mists of dreams drip along the nascent echo, and love no more. End of line.
The hybrid objects.
She doesn't get a vote.
I disagree. That also just gave me cold chills.
You notice nothing suspicious on the infected ship.
6.
Nothing whatsoever.
She's still protecting him. She's still protecting him.
Give me the room. Stay in your seat.
Harsh talking to?
Give me your sidearm. Not one of you, and I don't care who, pick that weapon up and shoot me.
Oh.
What's the matter? No guts? You don't got a pair?
Oh, okay.
You were like a daughter to me once. No more. You're a malcontent and a cancer. You can figure out how to become a human being again and an officer. Or you can find another place to live.
Whoa.
The last thing I need is a one-eyed drunk sitting down here, sowing discontent and disobedience.
Saul?
That man doesn't exist anymore, Bill. And you won't be seeing me again.
Both of them don't need abandonment. Girl, you're not gonna like cut some bangs or something, are you? Yep. Okay, well, all of it? That's when you know someone's going through something, when they cut their own damn hair. Saul.
The Lion's Head Nebula and the Blinking Eye. Holy crap, it's the road to Earth.
Wait, no! Oh god! I didn't even think about Sharon! She can't go on that ship!
Oh my god. Let's get the frack out of here. When God's anger awakens, even the mighty shall fall.
To be continued. Oh god, I'm sweating. Okay, what a mix of an episode. I have tears in my eyes because my heart is breaking for Saul. Like, you know, him and Starbuck are being obnoxious, but like also if you even sit in the same chair that they're sitting in, if you put yourself in their shoes, like the pain that they're in, and they're just, their level of I don't give a fuck is so high that like she's willing to walk away from the Admiral, and the Admiral saying, I thought of you as a daughter once, no more. And not that I like thought that Saul was really going to shoot Adama, but like him picking up the sidearm and even letting Adama think that it could happen. God, it's so heartbreaking. I feel so bad for those two. It's just amazing how much I could not have really cared that much for Saul, and now, like, I care way too much. You know, even for Gaius and like what he's going through and the experience that he's having over on the Battlestar. Yes, he is definitely going through some self-preservation, but you know, I thought we were going to get an explanation from Six as to what that was. And, you know, he keeps like throwing around. He's like, is it my own mind that is, you know, fractured and, you know, my subconscious is conjuring you, or is there an actual connection? And for a second, I thought she was going to like actually tell us. And she's like, I'm an angel sent by God. And I'm just like, I get it. To them, gods exist, and I get that, like, you know, religion is a big part of the show, but like, I'm just like, I hate that that's the explanation that we get. And if that's the truth of it, that's the truth of it. And I still hate that explanation. What I do love though is the science the science, you know, of Gaeta explaining everything about the pulsars and the lion. And I do like that they bring it back to the scripture. So there is, you know, like, which you couldn't read it, and I don't know how they were reading it. I don't know what language that was in, but like that there is a connection. And, you know, that Gaius was trying to find Earth because he wanted to find Earth. And I do love that Gaeta like points out, like, yeah, I get that it's because there's nothing Gaius cares more about than saving himself. But I love that we found it, but I'm then here we are. Here's this pulsar, and look, whatever the Cylons brought on their base star that was poisoning them and killing them, you know, obviously it was left by the 13 colonies. To me, it's a defense, that it's something that was left behind. Maybe they figured out how to kill Cylons on Earth, and like they have them all spread out so that like Cylons could never reach Earth. And if they did, they're dead. Because obviously Gaius obviously Gaius is not a Cylon. I mean, he was wearing a suit, and I don't know if a Cylon wearing a suit would have survived perfectly fine or not. And then I don't know if the brown-haired Six, if that was Shelley Godfrey. I can't remember if Shelley Godfrey had brown hair or not. Because when she said, like, you're from Galactica, I was like, well, how the hell would she know that? I mean, because I thought like all sixes were connected, and then it's like if they share their memories with one, then it's like the Sharon Boomer thing, but like they don't automatically have the same memories and the same thoughts. It's taken me a long time to really like connect as to like what Cylons know, what they don't know, how they know. It's taken a hot second for me to figure that out. And I know a lot of you probably get frustrated by it, and I apologize very much. But now I'm worried because of, I guess we get to call her Athena now. Somebody had put that in the comments. They said something about like Athena something, and I was like, are we still talking about the tomb of Athena? I get it now. Yeah. What a great name. What a great name for her. But now I'm like terrified because she's outside of the Battlestar, and I know she's not in it, and like she can't just catch a virus from, you know, space. Maybe she can. I don't know. But I think she's also a special Cylon because she was able to get pregnant. So I don't want anything to happen to her. Mostly because I just love and adore her and her relationship to Adama, and her relationship with Hilo, and like she's accepted by the crew now, and they were like giving her all the names, and they were teasing her about being a Cylon, and they love her and they trust her again. That has to be hard for Chief. It's not the same one, but man, a lot happened. And it was very much like, we're going to have this like really crazy like voiceover scene at the very beginning where I don't really know what they had filmed, but it was very obvious they were not having that conversation with each other. It was voiceovers and they were distorting it so you couldn't really read their lips or whatever. But like they were like, let's film this and then we'll do the voiceovers so we can like have a narrative. And then like the projection of like how Cylons can see whatever they want to see and be wherever they want to be, really. Like they don't have to be in this hallway. Like that's really interesting. And kind of Gaius, I feel like when he goes back to Caprica, that's his projection, because like there's times where, you know, he's having a moment with Six somewhere and then he snaps out of it and, you know, he's like, you know, doing whatever to himself, like humping air or whatever, you know, so like he already knows how to project like a Cylon. Is he a Cylon? I don't think we got a confirmation that he's not. Okay. I'm back. I don't think I'm back. Hold on. Okay, so now that we're at the pulsar with the lion's head, obviously there's this base star that has this thing that was waiting for them. Like, is every pulsar one of these like poisonous things? I don't know, but the fact that Six saw it in the picture and didn't say anything and is kind of protecting Gaius, I think there's still love there, obviously, but maybe why would she have not said anything? I think he really needs to figure out what's killing those Cylons, and the fact that it's man-made, they figured out a way. I can't believe it was a to be continued. I mean, why? I don't know why I'm surprised. I shouldn't be surprised at all. Man. Yeah, and I don't really know what I mean, I get that like Lee was depressed and he gained weight. And I hope that there's not this obsession about his weight and his looks, because like if somebody gains weight, that doesn't make them unattractive. It just means they gained weight, you know? And like his was definitely a depression and binge eating and eating his feelings. And I think a lot of us are guilty for that. But like, you know, I don't think the goal should always be rock hard abs. I'm just saying. But I'm happy we got our jawbone back. Our jawline, whatever. Weird little side storyline that was going on there. Okay, so now we're getting closer to finding Earth. I really thought that we were gonna have to like wait till the end of the season for that to even be brought up again. I thought we were gonna have to deal with. I definitely knew we were gonna have to deal with Starbuck and Ty. But I thought there would definitely be more people experiencing that. And maybe there are, and we're just not seeing it. But the fact that we have civilians on Galactica, I knew that was going to happen because we are vastly undershipped and overpopulated for what we have. So we definitely, that's new. Different. Starbuck is really going through it. I don't know if she was leaving because she was wearing her uniform. I don't know if I really think actually leaving might be the best idea for her, because she can't fly. She can't be with Anders. You know, well, she won't let herself be with Anders. You know, Lee is like done. You know, she was just kind of fighting with Kat. And this is like, I was like, oh, here's Kat. But Kat, she was right when she was like saying like, we saved you guys. Will you stop treating us like garbage? Will you stop acting like we didn't sacrifice anything? It is never going to be equal. What Ty lost and how he feels cannot equal, you know, them being in space for 4 months without all their friends, right? Like there's just, it's like when people are like, yeah, but what if, or but this, or but that, or, you know, it's always like, and what I went through was harder. And it's just like, there's no way to gauge that. There's no way to measure that. It's just, you have to kind of understand that like people go through their own shit and it's not worse. And it's not that somebody has it better. It's just different, but everyone's going through it, you know, and it's just about having a little bit of empathy and compassion for each other. And I think everybody was being very compassionate towards those two and know that they had experienced something that like, I mean, as far as I know, no one else had to kill their significant other, and no one had to go live with a psychopath Cylon for 4 months. And, like, there's so more to both of their stories, but just that sum up of both of those things alone, like, yeah, take space, take time, heal, do what you got to do, but don't poison everybody else. And those two are very toxic. They are. They don't know how to deal with their things. They don't know how to handle their emotions. They don't know how to help heal themselves and fix themselves. And I do think that, being down on New Caprica with Anders was very healing for Starbuck, and I think that, maybe Ty not having to fight a war and actually spending time with his wife was very healing for him. So for like a whole year, they had kind of probably like a real blissed out time. And, they have to go somewhere and they have to mourn that loss. They have to mourn the future that they had planned in their minds. They have to mourn the people that they loved and they cared about that they had to let go of. And they have to mourn their sacrifices. So yeah, I do think they need time. I don't think they're necessarily gone and going anywhere permanently. I don't think that they're truly going to abandon Galactica. And I don't think Adama was really abandoning them either, but he was kind of saying, like, figure your shit out, but stop being this person and hurting the rest of the crew and the rest of the family that I love. And I think that was bold. And I'll tell you, man, Edward James Olmos, man, him, Michael Hogan, those two in that scene together was just like, I felt tension in my chest. Like, again, I'm not shitting on Katie Sackhoff. I don't think she's the best actress on the show by any means, but those two men are just top-notch actors. Woo! Woo! Man, I care way more about Ty than I ever thought I would. Like when he's like in his locker and he's just downing that bottle and all of Ellen's clothes were behind him, my heart was just breaking for him. Oh, man. Some of these episodes, like, they're exciting and they're fun and there's interesting things that happen, and then they just take an emotional toll, and then there's a cliffhanger. Bear's score through all of that was just insane. I am so excited for the next episode, but I can't watch it until later. So, guys, in the meantime, you can check out the full-length reaction on my Patreon and up to 2 episodes early. But remember to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Definitely. Oh, did you guys feel whiplash throughout this entire episode? It was great, but like it was just like an emotional thing, and then like a science thing, and then like a crazy Cylon thing, and then science and emotion and silence and it was like all over the place, but like very well constructed at the same time. Controlled chaos. That just kind of explains Battlestar Galactica. Uncontrolled chaos. Uncontrolled something. It's almost there. Almost got it. But guys, catch me here for the next episode, because you know how I feel about it. To be continued. I will watch it as soon as I can. My God, it might be tomorrow. I might have to go a whole 24 hours with it to be continued, just hanging out there. Not a week like you guys had to, so. I feel your pain, but I'm not going to subject myself to that. No thanks. Okay, guys. I'll see you.